What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It is your boy, Coach D Brown, former big league, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals, giving you that knowledge, everything to do with the youth baseball space, everything we're talking about is recruiting, bringing on the best coaches around the country, and also giving you that knowledge, helping kids getting into school. So if you need any help over there, holla at your boy. All right, listen. Hope everybody's having a good day out here, man, and grinding away. All right, midweek hump day, right? That's what they call it, win day, hump days, right? Giving order to the second part of this week. All right. Always looking like Grizzly Adams. Tomorrow I gotta go get a fresh cut. But it is what it is. All right. You get the fresh, uncut version of D Brown over here, man. So I wanted to kind of get into this knowledge, man, and you know, I like to always talk about things that's going on, man, with me behind the scenes. So shout out to the parents I got to talk to today. Shout out to the coaches. I got to meet today. I should have some more new coaches coming on next week. So it should be really, really good. What we have in store today. I wanted to talk about this, man, and I posted something on my private Facebook group today. If you don't have access to my private Facebook group, just look just in the search engine, look up D Brown Baseball in Facebook, and you should see my private Facebook group outside of my fan page. All right, it's a very small, intimate group. If you have a kid that is, you know, that you want to show off, go ahead and post him swinging away and looking good in there, because there are college coaches in that group. Okay. So anyway, D Brown Baseball private Facebook group. Go ask to be invited. Fill out the necessary questions, and we go from there. But post away. All right, post away. You know, if you got a kid out there that's a pitcher, that's a hitter. All right, especially if he is in 8th grade, 9th grade on up. All right, because there are college coaches in there. Okay. So post away. Just a free access on top of what I do, providing the college coaches here. Speaking of college coaches, all right, I will have Tuskegee head coach coming on. All right, Coach Holland's coming on tomorrow. All right, so Tuskegee head coach coming on tomorrow, and then on Friday, we're going big league, man. All right, we're going big league. We got Orioles center fielder coming on Friday, and I will definitely post up that, and Cedric Mullins coming on, man. It's going to be a really good show over there. Got some big league love coming on Friday. All right, so we got Tuskegee head coach coming on Thursday, and then on Friday we have some big league love coming on. All right, so got some major leaguers coming on Friday. All right, so today is your last day you get with just me. All right, so Thursday again Tuskegee head coach, and Friday Orioles center fielder coming on. All right, big league and HBCU. Okay, so definitely tune in. Should be a great show these next 2 days. Man, what I'd love to do is, if you could, I'll wanted to talk about this hitting stuff, man, real fast, and how to look for these college coaches. Okay, so I get film all the time in the background, and sometimes I see postings people share, or again, I'm always trolling other groups and stuff, and on Facebook, and sometimes I talk about this at least 2 or 3 times over the last couple of years, man. But all right, Camille, what's going on? Dumas, Arkansas is in the house. Keish, what's going on? We got Dallas, Texas in the house. We have Bubba, what's good? Bama is in the house, in the building. Make sure you tag, share this message, get this out. All right, as we bring on everybody, bringing the love. Let me see what's going on in the other group. All right. PA, what's up, baby? Preach and educate, no doubt, man. All right, good to see you. What's up, man? Get wifey on here, man. I'm trying to get to this softball love. Get wifey on here. All right, JD, what's good, baby? All right. So listen, real cool. All right, I'm yelling at one of my boys, man. All right, my boy PA. All right, he's trying to get his wife over there. His wife is the head softball coach in Missouri. I'm trying to get her on and get a little softball love on here, man. So hopefully my boy come through. All right, I know. Wives could be hard-headed. I understand. But listen, let's go to this, man. 3 ways to find a quality instructor, man. This is the problem I see so many times around the country, man. I see some of these guys, and I've talked about this multiple times, man, and it irks me. And I know, and I feel bad that sometimes these so-called gurus are training these kids, and they're training them all the bad way, right? And on the flip side, I get parents, and sometimes they talk to me and they ask me for, Trevor, what's good? They may ask me for hitting lessons, or they might reach out to me for hitting, and then I tell them, what I charge and when the price, and it's too expensive, or it's too this and it's too that. But then they're gonna rather go for the cheap version of this and then get back and get taught bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of these parents, I feel for you guys, okay? Even though it don't work for me, man, but I hate to have you get got. I hate for you to get got, meaning I hate for you to pay because it's convenient, one, right? And I understand you guys are working hard and you ain't got time to maybe travel across town, or you don't have time to um, you know, uh, really educate yourself on an instructor, and if it's a part of your organization, and the organization vouches for this guy, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? Or like I said, he's the closest thing to you, and you just think in your mind, you know what I'm saying, it's convenient, he's getting a little extra work, and I hope my kid is getting the proper teachings and all of that. And that's something that it's pitching and hitting. Okay. And this is something that I see and online, and I've just the last few days is some crazy stuff that I get to see, and this gets shared to me, and I laugh, man. It's just, and it's laugh, but it's not really funny, because what happens is you guys pay your hard-earned money for for something that it's essentially taking your son away from the end goal of like getting to high school and college teams, okay, or even potentially pro, because you're being taught the wrong stuff. All right. Some of these guys are out here right now, these gurus and everything, man. Gadgets and cones and angles and hangers and I don't know. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? This is something that really irks me. Okay. And so parents, I understand convenience, pricing, everything goes into choosing an instructor, man. But I'm going to give you three tips on choosing the right instructor, and also how to look when you are, hopefully these instructors are giving you the right, tips to how to look good for college coaches when you send some videos, what they're looking for. Okay. I'm going to talk about what I look for personally, and I believe that what I look for, no different for what a college coach looks for. Okay. Everybody's different. All right. You need to put the big league hitting videos back out. Yes, I do. I do need to, I definitely need to, and I'm working on that. All right. So 2 years now, gosh, time is flying. 2 years ago, I put out a big league hitting training video with essentially Kevin Long, and I'm going to post some of his stuff, and you guys are going to see it on Facebook, but I'm going to, have some training tips and videos for you for the hitting side of things. All right. I know I talk recruiting and showcases, but ultimately I'm a hitting guy. All right. My listeners have been listening to me from day one. I talk recruiting a lot, and I bring on college coaches, but I was known as a hitter in the majors and professionally, and that's the only thing truth be told, I really loved about the game of baseball. I know it's I talk about all aspects of baseball, but if it wasn't for hitting and baseball, D Brown would not be a part of this. You would not see D Brown here, and I wouldn't be the former major leaguer. Okay, if it wasn't anything to do with hitting. Okay, I loved hitting. That's what I specialize in, right? So I feel a certain way when I see these crazy guys and these gimmicks and everything like that, and these you parents are paying this money for these people and you think they're being taught something good, and they're not. And I just want you guys to just kind of dig deep and find out what's the proper way that you need to find quality instructors. All right, the first one is ask. Okay, ask. I know sometimes you listen to friends but I would ask, 5 to 7 different people that you may know and people that you don't know. Okay. And I'm going to show you the second part, which it all ties in together. Ask around, town, around who's a quality instructor. Okay. Who does good work. Okay. And then once you kind of ask and you get some names, start doing your background check on that person. So, where they play, if you know anything about them, do they have a professional background? Like make sure they do have a professional background, because a lot of people out here talk about how much they have a professional background, but come to find out they really don't. Okay, so just make sure they qualify. That doesn't mean you have to be a professional to be a good quality coach. All right, to me, just make sure he has some type of experience past high school. I believe college and up makes you an expert, and that you can essentially teach, your hitting or your field, hitting or your pitching. All right. I don't believe in blending. All right. That's just me personally. I get into debates about this all the time. I don't believe a hitting guy should be teaching pitching and the pitching guy should be teaching hitting. I don't believe in that. Somebody going to tell me different. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But could I teach pitching? Yes. You know what I'm saying? I very well could teach pitching all day, every day. Enough to make somebody dangerous and enough to somebody to get hurt. But I leave that to the to the professionals. Okay. On the flip side, what I will do, it's mainly always the pitchers that always want to teach hitting. And I understand you can do it, and you've seen plenty of hitters do it, but I just feel like, in my personal opinion, separate the two. All right. Because there's, guys that have spent their whole life and careers pitching. And, at one time, yes, I pitched, you know what I'm saying? But at other times, I hated pitching. So I choose not to teach it, you know what I'm saying? But I could tweak somebody in game, but I don't teach lessons. That's my whole point. So make sure they kind of do one or the other. Don't, I know it's convenient again. I know everything is convenience. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want the quick one-time shop type of thing. But even now to this day, my daughter has a main coach, but it may be something sometimes that she may need a little tweaking and he doesn't provide, that we may go to another coach and get some type of tweaking, you know what I'm saying, for one little specific part of her stroke, that, her normal coach won't, really, provides, but not, he's not an expert at that. So I take her to another coach from time to time just to get a little tweaking and make it be just on her serve or her kick serve or, some type of stroke that somebody else may specialize, or the footwork that, her main coach may just, don't have, anyway, it just take your time to do it. Okay. Second part is, you don't have to be a novice. You don't have to be somebody that's like an expert to see you guys are always out in the field. Okay. You are always out in the field watching your kids play. And again, I don't have to be, I keep referring to my daughter. It is what it is, but I don't have to be a tennis player, right, to go out there and see somebody has clean strokes, that hits the ball hard, that hits the ball consistently in, right? I don't have to be a tennis, play professional tennis or college tennis to see somebody that's like, yo, this dude got nice strokes and it looks pretty good. All right. Same thing with you parents. You every time you go on the field, you are seeing consistently 9, 10, 15 plus players, come up to hit, 7, 8, 9 guys on your son's team or your daughter's team, or 7, 8, 9 people on the other team. You get to see, what I'm saying, like what strokes look good. You know what I'm saying? Well, that looks really good. Oh, he hits the ball hard. All right. That his swing looks consistent. Like he's not on, again, you don't have to be a professional just to see what a good stroke is. All right. One of my daughter's first ever coaches in tennis, my daughter was young, 5, 6 years old. And we just happened to be in the watching a tennis match, and it was like, the kid was just clean with his strokes, and we were like, Dad, so we ran him down at the end of practice, and I was like, yo, who is this? Like, like, yo, where'd you get your teachings from? And that's how we found our first, hardcore foundation type coach. He was an old Syrian guy, been around the game a long time, and he taught clean strokes, and he was the foundation. My daughter's like real official first coach, even though she had been, being taught for about a year or so or two, but we saw somebody with clean strokes and was like, yo, we got to go over there. And he put the foundation in her to, where she's at now. And even though she's had multiple coaches since then, but the foundation was built from just watching your kid on the court. So no different from you guys. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go ahead, and while you're on the field, it's okay to ask. I'm sure you guys do it, but ask the parent. Wow, what do you guys, man, he hits the ball good, man. Where does he take his lessons? Where you guys, do you guys do anything extra? Well, his swing looks really, really good, and most parents are up. That's the best way from a hitting instructor anyway, is the best marketing is word of mouth and providing that the kid is out there banging away. So ask those type of questions, okay? Those are real quick. All right. Andy, Stu, you said, what I'm saying? Stu, man. And catching. Good to see you, Stu. All right. Always good to see some of my ex-teammates get on here, man. All right. JD was good. All right. Shantae was good. Bert Snow, former big leaguer. What up, Bert? Good to see you on, man. All right. Gino was good. What's good? Tucson, Arizona in the house. Pookie was good. Tasha, what's up? All right. My boy Andy, former big league too, says, and catching, you get what you pay for. That's right. Any type of instructor, make sure he specifies, especially from the, I got some of my pro guys, my ex-big leaguers on here that's watching today. And again, I'm not saying that like a coach can't do multiple things, man, but sometimes you got, like, I can't teach catching, even though I caught when I was in middle school. You hear me saying middle school, right? That ain't my specialty, okay? Base running, outfield, and hitting. You know what I'm saying? That's about the extent of what I want to teach in baseball. That's what I want to teach. You know what I'm saying? Could I get paid for other things? No doubt about it, right? And that's essentially, I'll be just taking parents' money. And I see that happening all the time, and it's not right, all right? Stay in your lane, all right? Cliff, what's good? ATL in the house, all right? Coach Godwin, what's up, baby? What's good? BJ, what's up? All right? Ashima, what's good? Ask parents, yes, proof is in front of you. That's right, BJ, all right? Good to see you guys on over here. Sergio, what's good? All right. What's good, Coach D? You can't keep cheap on yourself. You got to go after it for real, no doubt. All right. Terrence got you on. What's up, Romeo? Good to see you back on today. All right, all right. My boy Pat says so many gimmicks that can with bad any good. I don't know. That's a good question. I see it out there. I see a lot of people that I like, you know, as far as like teaching hitting, using it. So Pat, I haven't really. That's a good question, brother. I really need to ask somebody what they really feel. To me, I'm old school. Give me a tee, give me a bat, maybe a small bat. You know what I'm saying? The smaller bat that I could do one-hand drills and some baseballs and an L screen, and we can make wonders happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all these other stuff. I understand different things, you know, for different people, and I get it. All right, but I'm not, you know, I'm trusting. I'm Rap Soto certified. I'm KBET certified. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to do that technology stuff. I get it. That's cool. All right, but you know, it's a lot of gimmicks that the major leagues is doing. I get it. You know, we had airbags and water bags and all these crazy, you know, stuff that I've seen. Bottom line is, and I have my old school coach that I knew from the Royals. We were talking with some of the Pirates guys, and he's like, "Can't all of this stuff? Does it help me hit a 95 mile per hour fastball?" Yeah, you know, some people like to think different. Some people, you know, need all the gadgets and stuff, and it just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But give me a tee, an L screen, a bucket of balls, all right, and my only gimmick I need or you know is a one bat for you, and give me a little, you know, small bat, and we could I'll make you a 400 plus hitter in the youth baseball space all day long. Okay, I don't need all the other stuff. Okay, so. Super Joe, what's good, baby? All right. If you have a hitting coach and you can't hit, get another hitting coach. Pretty simple, right? You know. All right. DJ, that's right. Yeah, same old school. Don't need all the new. You don't. All right. Put your kid out there. All right. Put a bat in his hand. You know, good little tips you can tell him, man. Just keep it direction. All right. Hey, listen, these 10, 15 balls, don't pull the ball. Keep this up the middle. That help him, you know, really focus on staying inside and then start tweaking from there and just help him hit bullets. Make sure the foundation is laid. All right. My boy, Super Joe Caruso's on here. Super Joe, we all been taught by Kevin Long. And, you know, Kevin's been on here you know, a time or two, and then Washington Nationals hitting coach. But it's extremely simple. He ain't into the gadgets. He ain't into all of that. It's just, you know, having a great foundation, a great base, using your legs, you know what I'm saying? Using your hips, which is your power, you know what I'm saying? Your bat speed, everything's connected, back elbow, back hip, everything's staying connected, right? Going through the zone and all this launch angle stuff, all of that. If everything's connected, you'll stay through the zone pretty long to stay through the pitch, extension at the end, finishing high. All right, pretty much it. Okay, you don't all this other stuff that you see here and there. The foundation is set. Get in your legs. Stay connected, back kick, back elbow as you go to swing, staying inside the ball, staying through the ball, all right, all the way through finishing high. All right, I hear things going on inside the baseball here and there, all right, coming around here and there, all right, scrap the baseball, all right, but where you hit it, it creates backspin. You come around the baseball, you're going to get the little side spin, ground balls, or hooky type line drives that you may get a double down the line or so on, but you ain't creating that backspin and dropping balls in the gap. Pretty simple, okay, all right. Everything is simple, hard to do consistently, right? But you know, mechanics is everything, all right? But once you get to higher levels, it's approach. You know what I'm saying? If your approach is right, with your timing and your approach is right, usually the mechanics and everything take care of itself. All right. So all this crazy mechanics and gurus and all, you know, all these gadgets and all of that, when it takes foundation, legs, timing, clear, you know, if your approach to hitting is right, that's what I said, keep it up the middle, or, you know, have the right mindset. You're in your legs, all right, and everything's pretty connected. You ain't gonna worry if you're on time for the pitch. You're gonna do okay more times than not, okay? And I ain't doing all this other craziness, all right? Too many holes and swings are being created through hitting lessons too early with too many instructors. I agree, and then, you know, like my boy Joseph said, man, D May, what's good, baby? And we full of big leaguers today. All right, shout out to my boys. We got professional boys and my boys chiming in. What up, D May? All right. So anyway, yes, too many instructors. You know, when you find that right instructor and you're getting that good knowledge, don't leave. Don't you know, because everything looks pretty. I tell you in mine, I may tweak here and there, but it may be for one little, you know, tweak of anything. When I say like, you know, one serve, one little kick serve, we're not changing mechanics of the strokes, anything like that. Same thing with hitting. All right. One guy may be really good with approach, but you know, that approach guy is not going to change mechanically. When I evaluate a hitter, right, and I'm looking at him for, you know, to video him for colleges or something like that, I am not. I'll be doing them a disservice if I sit there and just be like, yo, in this setting, I'm gonna, change your swing and do all of that here and there, because he's at this time, especially when he's trying to show good, he's trying to, show what he has, and he's doing his thing. I'm not trying to, change his stroke and all of that and make him confused and, feel all out of place, man. You know what I'm saying? When his whole objective is to look good right now. I don't want him thinking. All right. So the mechanics may not be here and there, but that's not me to change at that time. Now I may at home, when he's walking out, I say, listen, you may want to look at this when you're working with your instructor. Okay. So anybody that comes in, I have some of my moms over here. These are D1 talented kids that I'm just evaluating. I'm just looking, and I just, I want to video them and, send them out to the coach. I just talk little things. What are you thinking right now as far as, are you trying to stay up the middle? What are you trying to do? That type of thing. I ain't talking mechanics, anything. I'm just, what's your approach to hitting right now? What are you thinking? Okay. That's it. I'm not changing. Your hands need to go here and there, because I know as a hitter, especially if I'm seeing guys for the first time or two, any instructor that just, start dissecting hitters and chopping them up here and there without seeing nothing more than 5 to 10 strokes, that's a great way to lose a kid. Now, if your parent is paying for that, that's cool. But even your instructor, parents, if you're paying that money and it be your first time maybe working with that guy, and he right away just, looks at 4 or 5 swings and he just already dissecting here and there. Nah, like, let him take time to swing. You know what I'm saying? Like, hit off the tee for a few 10, 12 swings. As a hitting instructor, you already see stuff that you can correct. But if you just start, spilling everything, here's a fire hose coming into him, he's going to be all over the place. Start from real foundational type stuff, real small stuff that will help these guys, Anyway, let me see some of the other questions coming in, all right? Rick Rock, my daughter's been working with the blast motion sensor. It's pretty good tool for recording rotation and connection. Yes, I've and I'm terrible at this, but we're talking last year, 2020. I was going to have the motion blast motion rep out of Nashville come on and talk about blast motion, and maybe I need to still go ahead and do that. But yeah, blast motion is good, no doubt about it. All right, Calvin, what's good, man? All right, good talk with you. I hope you got the email. What up, D? Great info. Find a bow every time. That's all. All right. That's it, man. Don't overcomplicate this, man. That's exactly what happens to you, sports and games. All right. All right. I know I said something. All right, Herman, good to see you, man. Good to hear. I should say good to see you on here. All right. Listen, I wanted to kind of get back into the 3 and what to look for. I kind of went off and started bringing on and talking to, what it should look like here and there, right? But when you also, the third thing tip, man, read your, have instincts in your gut. If you feel like your kid is not necessarily, getting what he's being taught, he's not really, and is focusing. And I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. I've had parents I've had kids literally young 8, 9, 10-year-old kids get just extremely frustrated working, and I had to tell them and we may need to cut this short, because I don't want him to get so results oriented, and he wants to do good so bad, and the mechanics, and he's not doing it right, and he gets so frustrated, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, we may need to step out the cage. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, overdo the kid here and there, but, I'm saying that on the flip side, from a parent standpoint, read your kid. If he's not getting, what that instructor is telling him, and you just, trust your gut. All right. And, parents, you're pretty good at that, even though you necessarily have a baseball background, but your kid, how he learns and what he's, retaining. But it does take time. It ain't gonna be 1, 2 times, 2 lessons that some instructor, he ain't Superman, especially the more raggedy the swing. It takes time to correct that. Okay. So just be patient. Just be patient on that. But if you see 4, 5, 6, 7 lessons into it, and you ain't seeing too many changes, and you can see that he's getting frustrated and mindset, then not every instructor is for everybody. Okay. All right. Now I want to talk about also 3 ways to show, how to look basically for college coaches and what they're looking for. It's no different from a college coach to anybody that's looking to see a good stroke. All right. from a direction wise, yeah, power is great. We all like to see power, but to me, I like to see power. Give me power, oppo to center field to opposite field. That shows me real power. Okay, I mean, yeah, it looks good to hit a bomb down the line. Here, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're talking about elite players and elite, type of skill set, show me how you can hit a ball hard up the middle. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to hit a bomb, hit one up the middle to opposite field. My big league guys and my pro guys listening here, they know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you got real juice, you know what I'm saying? Show me your power to center field to the opposite field. That's real power to me. All right, I like pulling the ball. It looks good, and you connect, and it looks cool on video. But when it comes to evaluation, especially against other guys, I'll take that guy that's hitting bullets up the middle, man, and straight smashing that center field wall or opposite field. That's showing true power. Okay. Now, if you ain't got that true power, if you just want to, like, I want to give kudos to one of my boys. He just committed to Alabama A&M, but when it came to my showcase, right? All these other dudes is coming up there and trying to, the fence is short in left field, and it's enticing. It's enticing, and a couple of guys went deep in the showcase, and everybody wants to go ahead and show off, and so you got guys pulling off the ball, ground ball, hitting the damn near the dugout at third base, right-handers, coming around the baseball and trying to show off for what, I'm saying? It's like they don't understand, and then they may hit one or two, juice some balls, and they're standing there, the pitcher's ready to throw, and they're standing there watching it, and the ball don't even go out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a high pop, and then he thought he got it, and hitters, you look really, that's just a little tip too. Don't sit there especially in a showcase atmosphere and hitting batting practice, and you crush a ball, and we all get those guys that look, they're kind of peeking like this. They ain't looking, they still peeking at the ball overhead and waiting. That the guy's ready to throw. The guy already knows. The coaches 9 times out of 10 know when you got one, you don't. Right, but the hitter thinks he kind of hit one, and he's sitting there kind of looking at the side of his eye to see where it goes. And the coach is ready to pitch again. All right, and if the ball doesn't go nowhere, and my it's like, yo, come back here. All right, but one of my guys over there that came to the showcase, he just put on a display of hitting. I don't think he hit a ball deep past the outfield, wherever the outfielders were standing in normal center, right. I don't think he hit a ball past them. Okay. But all he did was just hit pepper bullets right up the boom, boom, right up the middle. Just singles, bullets up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just nice little backspin, one hop to the center fielder, couple of opposite field base hits. You know what I'm saying? Didn't try to do too much. You know what I'm saying? He just stayed in the zone. He knew what his game was, and I was just like, yeah, he's been taught. All right, I think he's one of Carl Nichols' guys. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yo, he's just been taught. You know what I'm saying? Like his game ain't trying to juice balls left center to show off. No, he's just like, yo, let me go ahead and just boom, let me hit bullets. All right. Yeah, you only get 12, 15 swings, and I want to say hit 10 bullets. Just pound, line drive, opposite field, hitting with his pitch, just showing back control. Okay. To me, that's way better than any other guy. There's a couple guys that juice some balls, but they're juicing them, they get long and they get crazy. And I learned that from one of the instructors. I went to Princeton University's Coach Bradley, he hasn't been on the show. I'm trying to get him on. He's old school. He ain't coming on here, but Coach Bradley's old school, ex-pro guy and really cool dude. Head coach at Princeton University in New Jersey, Ivy League school. And I took one of my guys to the showcase over there they were having, and he was giving guy 5 swing. By the third swing, it was, guys he just on light BP, you know what I'm saying, basically short toss, and the guys are swinging out their butt and falling over and all of that. He would just tell them get out the cage. And the only guys he was talking to was just guys just hitting bullets up the middle. They ain't trying to, one is the cage, right? So you can't even see how far it's really going, all right? And so he just, guys that he would be like, what's your name? It'll take 2 swings. He hit a couple bullets. He give him 5 swings, but after 2 swings, boom, bow, bow. All right, bullets up the middle. And then maybe the third swing he'll stop, reach around the L screen and be like, "What's your name?" And write the name down and go right back to hitting a couple more. Boom, 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 and that was it. All right. I want to tell you, out of about maybe 50 guys that was there, maybe 7, 8 guys. You know what I'm saying? He took their name. Everybody else is trying to pull the ball and trying to, and this is cage. This is the cage. All right. All he did was just go right around the L screen for everybody to just, nice strokes. Line drives, hitting them right about that L screen, hitting the back of the net. That was it. He said, all right, to me, that's back control. And I'm looking back, as a hitting guy, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. I'm like these kids, and I'm like these guys trying to hit through the cage, and again, they just haven't been taught. They're probably taking hitting lessons, but nobody's taught them how to hit in the showcase atmosphere, or just hit, all right, or just flat out hit, okay? Because when you go into these type of atmospheres where you want to show off your power, and most kids in 15, 16, 17 have pull side power, okay? And I get it, all right? But it's leading up to that. All right, you take your base hits up the middle, boom, boom, boom. Now your last swing or two, if he comes inside, that's when you get it. But if you're trying to do it out the gate, you cut yourself short. All right, so I'm just telling all you guys out there that most of you guys have been in a showcase atmosphere already. Most of your kids here and there, but take this tip and run with it. I've talked about it multiple times. I'm gonna give this to you. Guys just want to see bullets up the middle. All right, they want to see you backspinning balls, and if you got real juice it up the middle or to right center. All right, I guarantee if you hitting bullets opposite field, up the middle, hitting bombs over the center field fence, I guarantee you, guys will be like, okay, wow, this is real power. All right, because right now I know for a fact that certain fields, the JC field, junior college field that I was at, there's a couple dudes juicing balls left center. You know what I'm saying? Juicing right down the line. Dudes that I know personally that don't hit normal home run, but they juicing balls off the fence. All right. That ain't their game, you know what I'm saying? But they juiced up here and there. But they're saying guys are rolling over twice and then hit something up the middle and hit something left center and think they're doing something. All right. So just be patient. All right. Know that, what a good stroke is. All right. Clean back path. That's another way, what coaches are looking for. All right. Just a clean back path. Okay. What happens with hitters, they're going to see with the showcase hitters, they're going to see their buddies hit a couple bombs. They're going to hit a couple rollovers, but the hitters, all they're going to see, the kids, all they're going to think of the two kids that hit the bombs, right? But they ain't going to look at the other 5 to 7 swings that he was off balance. He was, he swinging out his, and rolling over a couple times, and then he just caught a couple, all right? From a coach's standpoint, it's like, oh, he got pop, you know what I'm saying? But, is he a swing and miss guy, all right? Because if you filing off and you're all over the place balance wise here and there and you hit a couple, but you're off balance a lot, guys going to see that, you come in, balls coming in 45, 55 miles an hour, but add 85, 95, you're going to be all over the damn place, So long swings are long swings. So they just want to see clean back path. So hitting the ball up the middle and a clean back path. Okay. Clean back path means that from A to B, short, sweet, right up the middle. It ain't too long, not too crazy. And the main thing is balance. Okay. Seeing a balanced stroke. All right. After every time you finish swinging, you are balanced. I tell all my hitters, I'm working with personally, or just like look pretty. I want you to finish. I want you to think as if your mind that your mother's taking the best shot of you. Swinging in a camera and a video camera from start to finish. So you want to just, by the time you finish, your head is down, or you can look back at her up on the side and smile, but your balance and everything's there. You get that nice, L-shaped back foot, L-shaped straight leg front, and you just balance, fully torqued. Everything looks clean. You ain't balanced. You ain't catching yourself after you swing. You ain't, I call it the kickstand. You swing and you kind of catching yourself because you're all balanced at the last minute. I want you to be balanced, okay, all the way through. That's what hitting coaches, and that's what coaches is looking for: powerful, short, compact strokes. All right, that travels. Okay, that travels everywhere. That travels with velo. That travels with timing. All of that. Okay, it doesn't have to be all this extravagant. Don't get caught up in the bombs. And I know it's hard. It's hard when even if you got pop. It's extremely hard to see your boys going deep and all of that. And here you are, and here's Coach D like, man, I'm just hitting nice little bullets, man. I want to get loose a little bit and all of that. All right. If you ain't got juice to center field and right center, I promise you, in most of these showcases, one I'm gonna have next weekend, I already know my boy Sergio's son here and there. I already know half of them damn boys, can go ahead and hit bombs. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, look pretty. You know what I'm saying? Just hit straight bullets. Just hit straight bullets. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Swing it. It ain't BP. I know you said that. My boy got mad because, you trying to look, and I'll say this. That's good. I appreciate that, Ever, because we did our Mississippi showcase together. And again, you only had 2 or 3 rounds. And some guys like it's the opposite. Some guys just use their first 3 or 4 swings to kind of get loose. Okay. I ain't saying get loose. I'm just saying like you got to be ready when you get in the box to show off your stuff. I'm just saying like make sure you're ready to show off your stuff too. I'm not saying take a couple of ground balls and all because you know, in a normal game time when you just a normal high school game or a summer league game, you know, you're gonna really take some batting practice, take your time here and there. But when you only got 2 rounds, when you step in the box, be ready to let it go. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, let it go controlled. Let it go controlled. All right, hitting straight bullets. All right. I was talking to shout out to my boy George. I don't know if he hasn't been on, but one of the listeners from New Mexico. We had a nice long talk last week. We were talking about the recruiting program and everything like that, and we were talking about he's a big Royals fan. And we talk about George Brett, okay? And you know, some of you guys, old school guys, know who George Brett is, right? Hall of Famer with the Royals, and so George is a big time Royals fan, and he started asking me questions about you know, he started asking me questions about what George, you know what I'm saying, what George would teach hitting and all of that. And truth be told, George personally to me was not a good hitting coach. All right. You know, don't tell George, you know, he's worked with, I know, Alex Gordon and guys like that. They love him, and Eric Hosmer and all of that. I bet you, and behind the scenes, if you ask them, they'll just be like, you know, okay. George, you know, George is one of those Hall of Fame dudes that just the way he hit, it worked for him. Okay. Just like Reggie Miller, right, with basketball. Reggie Miller should not teach anybody how to shoot mechanically like him, because he had that side spin, all right? But it worked for him. He hit more, you know, second and third all time with threes, right? But the way he shot the basketball was his way, all right? But George swung the bat the way he swung it, right? But he would try to teach people whatever, and I didn't want to listen on that end. But what I did love to hear him say, he used to have these little phrases, okay, and I end up picking up those phrases. What he used to say, one of the big things he used to say, like, Brownie, all right, hit the ball hard, not far. All right, he used to always say, hit the ball hard, not far. All right, what does he mean by that? Okay, because some guys come out there and they just trying to swing for the, you know, fences here and there, and mechanics is all around. He was just like, yo, swing the ball hard, swing the bat hard. All right. Look to hit the ball hard, not far. All right. Because the bullets, the backspin bullets from that are doubles, all right, in batting practice, if you catch it right in the game, they're going to be home runs. All right. You know what I'm saying? This is right. Right. The bullets, all right, right. I tell all the hitters, try to take the hat off the pitcher and then the hat off in the center field. All right. That's all. You just hit straight bullets. If you square up balls on a regular basis, okay, or you just need a little centimeter off, and you know, especially right now, everything is, you know, degrees here and there. All right. You know, a good, you know, angle, a launch angle off the bat is anywhere from, like, you know, the 13 to 32 degrees and all of that, create that backspin. Okay. All right. 13 on up, you create that backspin. Anything above 32 degrees is usually a high pop. All right. A pop fly when you talk a launch angle. Okay. So just create that nice little backspin. Boom. You know, line drives hard, not far. So many guys try to hit that 35, 30 and plus, ain't, you know, launch angle mess, and, you know, hitting the ball, and he just hitting lazy pop flies. And I know everything now is just, you want to hit the ball in the air. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hit that ball hard in the air, create that nice backspin. Okay. And I think one day we'll do it. I'm get one of my boys over there that's one of those launch angle Rapsodo K-Vest specialists. All right, get him on here and talk some hitting. I think it'll be a great, you know, so you guys can kind of see. You know, I'm talking out loud. I think that'll be great for you guys to see, you know, the launch angle, the measurements from a professional, you know, marks and exit velos and stuff like that. And you guys can kind of chop it up and kind of, you know, bring it down to a youth level. Okay. The same exit velo may not be the same for a 14-year-old that it would be a 24-year-old, you know, professional baseball player. All right. But I'm going to try to make that happen. Okay. I think it'd be a good way. Maybe have some little Rapsodo tips, and, you know, maybe share some Rapsodo numbers, and you guys tell me if you guys would like that. All right. All right. Gary says, love the advice, brother. No doubt, Gary. Appreciate it, brother. All right. So yeah, those are some of the, you know, again, this is all stemming from what I saw on the internet today. I troll. I troll sometime when I'm, you know, getting my messages out and answering messages in the background. I'll go through a few Facebook pages. I'll see some talented kids in my group and other groups, and but then in the meantime, I'll see some ratchetness, some raggedy swings. Okay, and I'll just be like, and I see some dudes that are not swinging it, you know, teaching it right, and that's when I really get upset sometimes, and because I know parents And then on the backside, I'll be talking to parents that want to work with me, and then they be like, oh, okay, the price, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I understand everybody's resources is different, man, but you're gonna get what you pay for. All right. All right. David, what's good, brother? All right, what's good? Tell my boy Alan I said what up. All right. So man, let's any other questions, man? Tomorrow, man. This will be uh tomorrow. You won't see this pretty mug tomorrow. All right. Well, you see me, but you see me. Again, we have uh Tuskegee head coach, Coach Hollins on here. Tomorrow it'll be a good, learn about basically Tuskegee, and it'll be a great move, man. Coach Reginald Hollins will be on tomorrow at 4 p.m. All right. So little HBCU action tomorrow. So make sure you guys are there. Learn about Tuskegee, historically Black university. All right. Friday, we will have center fielder, Baltimore Orioles center fielder Cedric Mullins. All right. Joining. Shout out to his pops, man, making this happen. All right. The beauty of this, man, and finally got his pops to get Cedric on, man. So Friday we'll have Orioles center fielder Cedric Mullins coming on, a little big league love. All right. So make sure you turn in, and we're trying to get some pro guys here and there on this. I know next week we'll have at least 2 to 3 college coaches on next week. So we're going to keep this ball rolling. Make sure you tag and share this message to anybody that wants to get some information from college coaches, learn about different schools. I know next week we're going to be heavy Alabama, but we also got some Ohio. I want to say Wright State is in Ohio. They're coming on. So we got a little up north and down south next week. Okay, so make sure that you guys come down for that and check us out starting tomorrow. I think so tomorrow till about next Friday, leading up to the showcase on Saturday. All right. Also, I wanted to talk about this on the showcase. I know you got some questions out here, but next Saturday, it has been changing in time and location. So Next Level Academy, and I'll give the email for the parents who have paid. We're going to go from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and it's going to be from Montgomery Catholic High School to Next Level Academy, right outside of Montgomery. It's about 15 minutes outside. Shout out to my boy Tyler out there at Next Level Academy. That's where we'll be hosting the showcase next Saturday. We have added Arkansas Pine Bluff to the live stream. I'm gonna get Southern's head coach, Coach Crenshaw, on the live stream. I did reach out to FAMU today. I haven't heard back from FAMU, but we should have a nice 2 or 3 more schools. I think we're gonna get Talladega. Talladega University. I shout out to my boy Eric Campbell. That's his hometown. But we got Talladega College coming, being added to that's going to be in the at the next level. We have not Bevel State. I'm sorry. I should have noticed off the top of my head, but we got another JC. All right, give me a minute. Lord. Sometimes I'm talking to too many schools sometimes, and it baffles me, but I should know this off the top of my head. But we have 2 more schools that have been added to the showcase next Saturday. All right. Talladega and a junior college. I'll get it to you guys in a minute. Gosh, I'm sorry. I should know this off the top of my head. I should have it written down, but I spoke with the coach. He will have his guys there, and that is not Coastal, but not Enterprise. Yeah, all right, Coastal Alabama. All right, Coastal Alabama College will be there. Coastal Alabama, Coach Blevins and his staff, one of his staff mates will be there. So Coastal Alabama and Talladega. So we're gonna be heavy Alabama. That's what I wanted. It's in Montgomery. So I wanted to give those local Montgomery kids, some exposure. And everybody that's kind of in the neighboring states, So right now we have about at least 7, 8 schools or more that's going to be there, pro scouts there. And on a live stream, like right now, the live stream, we have Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Troy University, Northern Alabama, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Maryland Eastern Shore. We're going to have Southern. All right. We got Prairie View A&M. All right. So Georgetown University. All right. So we got a good little roster. All right. Little mix. HBCU, Power Five. Power Five. We got a few. You know what I'm saying? Not Power Five, but mid majors. Georgetown's not. I don't know. Big East is considered. I don't know. Make basketball. I know definitely, but forgive me, all right. My boy Julius over there. So we're gonna have a good mix. All right, good mix. Okay. So we're switching it from 10 to 1. Everybody that signed up, I will let you guys know. All right. And we got the pro aspect of it too. Okay. So it's a little again, changing location, changing time, and everybody will be informed. It's already on the website. And the flyer. I'm gonna post the flyer again. I just wanted to kind of make sure all the colleges that I speak to, like, I still want to reach out to the FAMUs, Bethunes, a couple of the, those schools, just to add them to the mix and see if they want to, join in. All right. Just like I said, in the last 2 or 3 days, I've had 3 schools, 3 or 4. Just this morning, Arkansas and Pine Bluff will be on the. Shout out to my boy Carlos James out there in Arkansas, Pine Bluff. He'll be on the link too this weekend. Okay. Next weekend. So let me see. We got some questions coming in. All right. Do they still teach non-power hitters to hit the top half of the ball, baseball, so the ball is a line drive on the ground? If you can't hit it over the fence, anything in the air is an out. Nah, I don't believe in, I don't believe in you trying to hit those little guys that don't have the power hitting the ball in the air. But I do think squaring the ball up, what I'm saying, still driving the ball. I don't care if you ain't got no pop. You could hit 10, 15, 20 doubles. You know what I'm saying? You can still drive the ball in the gap. You don't have to have necessarily power. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, power is like, again, center field or right center. That's like real power. You know what I'm saying? My pro guys know what I'm talking about. Like, real power. Everybody can kind of catch one down the line. All right. So there's very few guys that's just raw, real power. Okay. The rest of everybody is gap to gap, gap hitters. So, the guys that necessarily not power hitters, you know what I'm saying? Little guys or speed guys, they can throw the ball. All right. Like the Cedric Mullins. All right. He probably gonna get mad at me talking about he ain't got no pop. Right. But I'm sure he's not known as a power guy. He's a gap to gap. Can he drive the ball out of the park sometimes? No doubt about it. But his job is to, square some balls up, hit the balls in the gap, and cause havoc on the bases. You know what I'm saying? But I know he got juice. I've seen it, but he's not necessarily, considered a power guy. All right? I know each kid is different, but how often should kids take hitting lessons per week? Like I said, it's Mark, good question. I look at it like, one, minimum of one, just get some extra strokes. All you just want to do is just kind of, clean it up on top of your practice. You know what I'm saying? Because in practice is a group setting. It's hard to really get that one-on-one instruction. All right. That's when I do believe that everybody should, especially during the season, just kind of get cleaned up. One of the questions in Atlanta, I posted something about hitting, and one of the dads is like, well, I wish you would have talked to me in August or September. My son is starting his season, and he's not. I don't want him learning something new. And I was like, you're right. I know you're protecting your son's psyche, but I was like, he's 14. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, it's like, yo, he's a junior high with high school, where your high school numbers really count. You know what I'm saying? Eighth grade, nobody. I was like, no scout, no pro, no. College recruiter is looking at, his eighth grade numbers and stuff, unless he's just a stud, but they're not looking at those type of numbers, where, so learning something, this is when you do it. This is when you like figure some stuff out, tweak something here and there, and go out on the field and see if it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell this story a lot. Now, it's the minor leagues, not the major league. Major leagues is a whole lot different, okay? But in the minor leagues, when y'all struggling, I was right. I already had played in the major leagues a little bit here and there, but I had came down to tweak my swing. And basically, my boy Kevin Long, my mentor, was like, yo, these next 2 or 3 weeks, I don't care what you hit. Because he knew on the back end I would have my numbers, right? But he's like, we're going to try something drastically different. All right, just trust me. And I struggled the first, week, but about a week and a half, I started trusting what I was doing and getting the results. And by the second or third week, I took off and hit over 300 the rest of the year. And it was something drastically that I never did in my swing before. But at that time, I was struggling, and I just trusted what my guy was telling me to do. And it happened. So here it is in a professional where money's involved and your job is involved. But I trusted in my guy enough to take 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Now, you're playing every day. All right, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 weeks. My pro guys know that. We're talking, you know, uh, 15, 20 games minimum. All right, that's 58 bats. That's a lot of ABs, 50 something ABs to kind of try to get something right. All right, and by that 34th, 50, 35th, 40th AB, stuff started clicking and it took off. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust it. So it's equivalent to like a high school season when you only get maybe 100 ABs. Okay, that's like taking like maybe 15 ABs, maybe like three to 5 games, just really working on something, you know what I'm saying? And then letting the rest of the season. It's not how you finish. You just want to, stay the path and finish up strong. That's all what this whole thing is about. All right. I hope I answered your question. All right. We probably get with you D after the showcase for hitting because Super never has had a professional instructor for hitting. All right, no doubt, sir. Hit me up, Serge. All right. All right, Jax, what are some ways you increase core strength and continue to develop the kid's natural hand speed? Specific things. All right. Core strength. Med balls are huge. Hand speed. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? Give me rice buckets. Give me, the compressor. The using heavy bats. All right, mechanically right though. Make sure it's just heavy enough, but his mechanics don't suffer from it. All right. We have hand speed. One of the things I always loved, man. It's something crazy, but my thing is like, from a reaction type, you can do it balls or you do it kind of boxing here and there, but like really truly like martial arts type drills from a baseball standpoint. All right, you could be moving balls really around, you know what I'm saying, but as a hand eye, it works your hand eye, but it also works your quick reflection, you throwing multiple balls different locations, catching different ways here and there. All right, but you're squeezing them at the end, maybe soft, the little soft met, hard med balls, the little weighted balls, right? That's a little soft and all, just boom, multiple balls getting up. All right, making them just react quick. All right. But I love, rice buckets, man, for, and exactly, man, hand speed, everything, I think everything needs to start from the core, the hips and the core. So med balls, explosion type, plyometric drills, anything to, fast twitch muscles, to work those fast twitch. So abs, med balls, quick explosion against the wall, jumping and throwing, some plyos, everything that works them fast twitch muscles, especially in and around the hip, to also help with those core muscles, because it's that, your hand speed comes from, I believe your hand speed, bat speed comes from your core strength and the hip area, all right? How fast you torque it, okay? Yes, wood bats, please. Yes. And speaking of wood bats, I need to put this on the site. So next Saturday for my showcase, I want everybody using wood bats. Okay. Pro Scouts are there and all of that. Again, show some real power to me. Show some real power with some bats, some wood bats out there. I don't post it enough, but you know what I'm saying? Man, please come out there with that wood. All right. Come out with that wood. Anyway, listen. All right, no doubt, Jax. Appreciate you coming on, man. All right, good question, man. All right, Sergio says yoga and weight room, no doubt. All right, yeah, yoga's a good way. I've tinkered with it years ago when I was coming up playing. I never really stuck to it. Flexibility was I always was flexible, but I always pulled the muscles. You know what I'm saying? Flexibility was never, even though I was a big, thick guy, my flexibility was always good. My hamstrings, but yoga was good, you know what I'm saying? I just never stuck with it, but I got baseball guys that swear by it. They loved it, you know what I'm saying? And right around the 90s, and that's when yoga started really. I know yoga been around for a long time, but I'm saying for like when athletes started using it. I remember training in IMG Academy in the late 90s. It was called Bolletary then, and that's when we started really implementing yoga, and kind of a couple days a week. Some of the guys took it serious, some of us didn't. But that's when I started even hearing about the yogas and stuff like that, and really doing it for myself. So again, it might have been around a long time. I'm just telling you, when I started using it, when I started hearing other guys using it, was in the late 90s and beyond. Certain guys swear by it. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good. All right, I don't knock it. Okay, yoga is really, really good. Listen, that's my time for today, man. This will be my last time on air by myself today. I hope everybody kind of got some good information, man. Shout out to all my people that was listening today, man. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty cool, man, when some of your ex-teammates and ex-big leaguers that, you either faced or played with, or some of your pro guys that you play with, the D Mays, Daryl Mays, my boy PA, saying long-time professional coach, Joe Cruz, a lot of my ex-pro guys, Fernando Luna, all right, that listen in, man. That's what the beauty of this thing, man, and this platform, not only to, provide service and give you guys great information, man, but when I see my ex-big league guys and friends of mine, they'll call you out with some BS, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes or in front of it, all right? But they always show me love. They love what I'm, doing, showing you guys, man, making sure that this message gets spread. All right. Sergio, what's up, baby? What's going on? Virginia's in the house, okay? All right, Greg, man. Hey, Greg, reach out to me, man. I meant to text you earlier, man. I reached out to a couple of my people in Cali, man. All right. Reach out to me, Greg. And then if all the other parents, man, you have any recruiting needs, and I spoke to a good, a mom this morning, gave her some great advice from the Detroit, Michigan area. Talk with her, and like I said, if she can't work with me, I definitely want to at least lead them in the right direction. And even though I'm running my own showcases, I also gave them an opportunity to, do something on their end. So, I definitely want to make sure that you guys get the best information out there. So, Craig, I appreciate you, man. So if you guys need any help, like I said, recruiting wise, I got some real good trainings coming up. Shout out to my parents. We started the 9-course training modules tonight. Last night we had a great first day. We got 8 more classes to go. I will have that provide that for you guys to purchase once that's finished. These are from the free workshop that I did last month for the parents that paid. We started the trainings, so we pretty, we were off and running with that. It's a great turnout yesterday. All right. But if you are wanting recruiting help, sign up for the showcase here. The showcase. All right. I'll put that link up again. All right. Thank you for the people that had a good turnout yesterday, signing up yesterday. All right. This is it's going to be turned into a real nice showcase. The weather, gonna be a little cold. It's all right though. All right. That's why I moved it back to 1 o'clock midday. Get some work in. It ain't gonna be too cold out there. So again, if you are in and around the Alabama area, and I've just told you about the 10 plus schools that's going to be on the live stream, and also the 10 schools that will be in person. Okay, I think this may be, if all the colleges that come say they're going to come, this would be the most college coaches I've had in person. Now I've had a bunch on the live stream, but in person, that would be the most. And that's just shout out to that whole Alabama crew in and around that area that's coming through. Okay, sign up if you are wanting that, and holler at me if you need any help on the recruiting side. I had a great talk yesterday for the parents out there in Texas, and today in Michigan. So if you need any help recruiting side, holler at your boy. Okay. I want to say peace. All right. Tomorrow again, Reggie Hollins, Tuskegee head coach, will be joining me tomorrow. All right, 4 p.m. Eastern. Have some questions ready. All right. This is something that, man, you guys better, definitely want to look into, man. The showcase, also the recruiting service, holler at me, okay? Get this information in you, okay? I'm going to give you guys the rest of your day. Enjoy your time, man. D Brown is signing off. Peace and love, y'all, man. See you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, all right? Tuskegee head coach coming on. Peace.